those damn parakeets! Hi folks, this is all the fruit. It's mid-May and I'm trying to catch the first ripe cherries here in Heidelberg. Ripe cherries in mid-May for Germany, historically this is actually very good, but here in Heidelberg we are almost used to that. In some years the first ripe cherries, strawberries and mulberries come in April. So mid-May actually feels quite late to some of us, but still, of course, since cherries are some of the greatest fruits in the world, and also basically the first fruits to be ripe here in Germany, apart from strawberries, everybody is gathering at the cherry trees to get the first cherries. And you have to be quick and you have to be fit. Seen everything. People who have nothing to do with, here we are at the parking spot of the Teachers College of Heidelberg. People who have nothing to do with the area coming here with big ladders. Or once, a group of Asian students, one climbed this tree, shook the ripe cherries and the other gathered the cherries on the ground, and of course it's such a waste. But in recent years you have to be even quicker, because the invasive species are getting at the fruits faster than you are. They're the invasive Drosophila suzukii, the Japanese fruit fly. Our fruit flies here in Europe usually infect the fruits at a time that you basically get they basically start rotting and getting unedible a couple days after they got ripe, so you had to be quick. But with the Japanese one, it infects them so early, even the half-ripe fruits are already rotten. Then there is a bug which seems to suck them in a way that they get hard and unedible. And then of course we have the bane of every garden around here, the parakeets. Do you see? This is the earliest cherry in the cherry collection at the Teachers College of Heidelberg, or PH, Pädagogische Hochschule. This is the Neue PH, the new building of the Pedagogical College. Yeah, and this is the earliest variety, and it was not really covered with cherries because the spring was cold with frosts and snow and stuff like that, but it had fruits. And now if you look, there is nothing on the surface, but there is still some stuff on the lower branches, which tells me that they can exclude other people as the reason for that. Look at that. A nice, well, yeah, it's cracked because of the rains, but okay, we need rains here, better a few cracked fruit than a lot of dead trees. Not completely ripe, but totally edible. If you look at the next one here, you can be once again sure. This was no human, this was no bug, this was no fly. Most probably the parakeets. Possible that it was some other bird, but basically if there is something good around here, the aggressive parakeets will chase away every other bird. Yeah, half ripe. Not really great, but that's the only thing we have for now. In the not so far away village of Ketch, there was always a cherry tree which ripened a month before all the other cherries, but this was like 30 years ago. This old tree must be dead by now. I hope somebody took science from it. Not far from the Teachers College is our cherry elderberry hybrid. Of course it's not a hybrid, just an elderberry epiphyte grew to immense size. The upper part of the stem is well over 5 meters, and then the roots grow 2 meters through the hollow cherry tree. So this is a 7-meter elderberry epiphytic shrub on an ancient cherry tree. Quite impressive, especially for temperate regions where epiphytes are not so common. Around here grows the St. George's mushroom. It's called like this in English because in England it usually appears at the around the 24th of April, St. George's Day. Yes, it might be a surprise to some of you that English is actually a European language. Here in Germany and also in Bulgaria it's called May mushroom because it usually appears in May. But no luck yet. Tomorrow heavy rains are expected. I'm sure after that we're gonna have mushrooms. Near the hospital we have another cherry collection. Yeah, there was a time like 20 something years ago we had amazing fruit tree collections here on campus. Of all the spots I knew in Germany for foraging, the Heidelberg and the university campus of Heidelberg, yeah, was basically the best 20 years ago. They planted so many interesting and rare and unique fruit trees. We are trying to bring those times back, but this is here the wild cherry collection. A lot of wild cherry species, mostly from Asia and North America. I forgot the name of this one. I made videos about all of them, but 3 days ago it was covered, well, not covered with cherries, but it had quite a lot of cherries. And now they are gone. Apart of a couple which again are basically hidden inside it. I forgot the name. As I said, I made a species video on this one. What I still remember is the taste. Oh god. It hits you. It hits you with bitterness and sourness. Quite a potent taste. I think the only cherry that tasted even more like a sledgehammer blow to the head was the Portuguese laurel cherry, but this one, they are definitely ripe, but not a trace of sweetness. Sourness, a strong sourness dominates, but there is also a strong bitterness in here. Yeah, I know that all the other exotic cherry species ripen later. This is the first one around here. And the parakeets, yeah, they didn't care. Actually, it's also funny, those parakeets, sometimes they eat the seeds of some fruits, sometimes they eat the flesh. Here most of the seeds were discarded, quite interesting. This could mean that it wasn't actually the parakeets, or we would have crushed seeds everywhere around here, but it's like, once I noticed they eat the toxic seeds of the yew, but somebody else tell me no, in his city the parakeets eat only the pink flesh of the yew and spit out the seeds. Those invasive parakeets are a pest. Oh, in my neighborhood in Heidelberg-Rohrbach, it seems the cherries are nice and ripe. And everything that's reachable has been harvested. Oh well, let's record me committing a crime. Good. Not 100% ripe, but good.